May 20th, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. I'm nervous, scared. I didn't get any sleep the night before. But as I'm driving, I'm just thinking to myself, I can still turn around. I can go back home. I really don't have to do this. 2 hours go by pretty fast, and I'm in the parking lot, still talking to myself, giving myself a pep talk, still telling myself I can turn around, I can still go back home, I don't have to do this. Next thing I know, I'm climbing onto an airplane with 5 other people. My heart is beating just like it's beating on this stage tonight. I'm nervous. We begin to take off. We get higher and higher. The temperature starts to drop. The guy that's behind me, the instructor, is telling me all these different things. And then he tells me he's a little nervous. He's scared. And he's done this more times than me, obviously. It's my first time. And he's scared. So as we continue to go up and go up, we finally get 10,000 feet in the air. The door is open the whole time. You can look out and see. And I'm still thinking, I don't have to do this. I can just ride back down with the pilot and just tell my family and friends that, I don't know, something happened to the plane and I didn't get to make it on there. But I went ahead and continued to talk myself into this. And the first guy goes out. And then they tell me I'm up next. Get up to the edge, and I'm looking down. Everything looks like dots. And I'm just thinking to myself, why did I do this? Why did I agree to do this? I could be in my bed on a Saturday night, on a Saturday morning relaxing, instead of jumping out of a perfectly flying airplane and jumping 10,000 feet in the air. But my reasoning for doing that was basically to confront my fear. I have a tradition that I've done for the past few years where I always try to find one thing that I'm terrified of doing and do that, because one of my biggest fears is failing. So that helps me deal with failing. The fear of failing holds a lot of us back. And raise your hand if you've been afraid to fail at something in life. Hopefully everybody raises. My man in the front's not afraid, but that's okay. There we go, I'll take the fist. No one likes to fail, but the truth is, whether we like to fail or not, failing is an important part of life. We've all failed at something, and we all, except for him, has been afraid to fail. It's impossible to go through life without experiencing some kind of failure. With that, taking risks is very important. Either you succeed or you fail. I want you all to think of failing not as a bad way, but as a way of learning. Through failing, we learn from our mistakes, and when we learn, we grow. As a young entrepreneur, I failed more times than I can count. First thing that comes to mind is theater. I failed theater. I couldn't remember the lines, obviously. But one of the best things I did in life was start a nonprofit. As Claire said, I'm a founder of a nonprofit here in Evansville, Indiana. I was terrified of doing this. Talked to a lot of people told me their struggles and what they went through, but I had to overcome my fear. I knew this is what God called me to do, so I had to do it no matter what. I want you all to think of something that you're afraid of doing. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to start a podcast, or maybe you want to get your master's. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Go out there and fail and fail. Don't try to fail on purpose, but fail. But continue to bounce back. Because we all fail in life. But it's what we do after we fail that's important. So I want you all to give yourself permission to fail. And don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. And that's my talk for today. Thank you.